Good afternoon, everyone. So let's continue with my Genesis series. We're up to chapter 16 with Hagar and Ishmael. So let's just get straight into the word. Now, Sarai, Abram's wife, had borne him no children, but she had an Egyptian slave named Hagar. So she said to Abram, "The Lord has kept me from having children. Go sleep with my slave. Perhaps I can build a family through her." Abram agreed to what Sarai said. So after Abram had been living in Canaan 10 years, Sarai, his wife, took her Egyptian slave Hagar and gave her to her husband to be his wife. He slept with Hagar and she conceived. When she knew she was pregnant, she began to despise her mistress. Then Sarai said to Abram, "You are responsible for the wrong I am suffering. I put my slave in your arms, and now that she knows that she is pregnant, she despises me. May the Lord judge between you and me." "Your slave is in your hands," Abram said. "Do with her whatever you think best." Then Sarai mistreated Hagar, so she fled from her. The angel of the Lord found Hagar near a spring in the desert. It was the spring it was the spring that is sorry. It was the spring that is beside the road to Shur. And he said to Hagar, slave of Sarai, "Where have you come from and where are you going?" "I'm running away from my mistress Sarai," she answered. The angel of the Lord told her, "Go back to your mistress and submit to her." The angel added, "I will increase your descendants so much that they will be too numerous to count." The angel of the Lord also said to her, "You are now pregnant, and you will give birth to a son. You shall name him Ishmael. For the Lord has heard of your misery. He will be a wild donkey of a man. His hand will be against everyone, and everyone's hand against him, and he will live in hostility towards all his brothers." She gave him the name the Lord spoke to her. "You are the God who sees me," for she said, "I have now seen the one who sees me." That is why the well was called Beer Lahai Roy. It is still there between Kadesh and Bered. So Hagar bore Abram a son, and Abram gave the name Ishmael to the son she had born. Abram was 86 years old when Hagar bore him Ishmael. Isn't that interesting how, like, it's so common now to have, surrogacy pregnancies, but it's not usually done in these days through the way that it was done in the Bible. It's usually done through IVF. Or unless there's some kind of arrangement or agreement there, but in the end there's always someone who's going to suffer in that situation. But as we saw there, the Lord blessed Hagar for what had happened to her, because it was not her fault. And it just shows that we have a just God. But it's funny how, like, nothing is new. Like, all these kind of things, these problems that we're facing now, these have been happening for years and years and years. Nothing, we can't really say that anything is new in this world, because in one way or another, one form or another, all of these things, these evil things, have been happening for since Bible times. And it's just interesting the way that the Lord operates, and we can see the way that the Lord operates when we read and we actually concentrate on what's happening in the Bible. But anyway, when I have time, I will keep going with my Genesis series. Tomorrow I am traveling, so I might not have time tomorrow, but I'll see how I go. I'll try and make time in the afternoon before I have to leave. But anyway, I hope that this was encouraging for someone, and may God bless you all.